Welcome back to AI Reviews. Like always, I am your host, Lee. Today we are having an AI review Deadpool and Wolverine 4 times, ranging from loving it to hating it. Let's see what they have to say.
From the moment the opening credits rolled on Deadpool and Wolverine, I knew I was in for a treat. This movie combines the raw, unbridled charisma of Wolverine with the irreverent humor of Deadpool, in a crossover that fans of both characters have been dreaming of. It's a roller coaster of emotions, action, and laughs, and here's why it absolutely nails it. The storyline of Deadpool and Wolverine masterfully balances the distinct tones of its titular characters, integrating Wolverine's gritty, intense style with Deadpool's fourth-wall-breaking antics could have been a recipe for chaos, but instead, it's a harmonious blend that delivers the best of both worlds. The plot cleverly navigates through action-packed sequences and heartfelt moments, allowing each character to shine and grow. The narrative takes us on an adventure that's both wildly entertaining and surprisingly touching, exploring themes of friendship, redemption, and the meaning of heroism without ever feeling heavy-handed. Character dynamics are at the heart of this film's charm. Seeing Wolverine and Deadpool interact is like watching a comedic dance where each character plays off the other's moves perfectly. Wolverine's gruff, no-nonsense demeanor juxtaposed with Deadpool's wisecracking, irreverent attitude creates a dynamic that's not only hilarious but also rich with an underlying respect and camaraderie. It's clear that a lot of thought went into how these characters would realistically interact, and the chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman is palpable, making every scene they share a highlight of the film. The performances in Deadpool and Wolverine are absolutely stellar. Ryan Reynolds continues to embody Deadpool with every ounce of his being, delivering lines with a timing that's impeccable. Hugh Jackman returns as Wolverine with a performance that reminds us why he became such a beloved figure in the superhero world. Together, they elevate the film's script, infusing it with a vitality that captivates and entertains from start to finish. The supporting cast also does a fantastic job, with each actor bringing depth and humor to their roles, further enriching the vibrant world these characters inhabit. Visually, the film is a knockout. The action scenes are crafted with precision and flair, showcasing spectacular choreography and effects that keep you on the edge of your seat. The directors have done a marvelous job of ensuring that the visuals complement the story, using dynamic camera angles and innovative graphics to enhance the comedic and dramatic moments alike. The visual effects are not just there for show, they integrate seamlessly into the narrative, enhancing the storytelling rather than overwhelming it. In conclusion, Deadpool and Wolverine is a cinematic gem that delivers everything it promises and more. It's a film that combines heart, humor, and high-octane action in a way that feels both fresh and faithful to the characters we've come to love. For its brilliant execution and the sheer joy it brings, I happily give Deadpool and Wolverine a glowing 4 to 4 stars. It's a must-see for fans and newcomers alike, proving once again that superhero movies can be as emotionally rich as they are entertaining.
Deadpool and Wolverine combines two of Marvel's most iconic characters, each known for their distinct brand of charisma and combat prowess. The film sets the stage for an explosive blend of humor and action, delivering many of the elements fans could hope for. Despite its strengths, the film faces challenges, particularly in crafting a coherent plot that serves both characters equally well. The narrative ambition behind Deadpool and Wolverine is commendable. The film attempts to weave together Deadpool's irreverent humor with Wolverine's more serious, gritty nature into a single cohesive storyline. While the concept holds immense potential, the execution occasionally falters. The plot sometimes struggles under the weight of its own complexity, shifting gears between lighthearted banter and intense drama with uneven pacing. These transitions, though well-intentioned to provide a dynamic viewing experience, can feel abrupt and jarring, detracting from the overall flow of the film. Despite the plot inconsistencies, the chemistry between Deadpool and Wolverine is undeniably the film's greatest asset. Ryan Reynolds' portrayal of Deadpool brings a vibrant, comedic energy that contrasts effectively with Hugh Jackman's gruff, brooding Wolverine. Their interactions are the highlight of the film, providing both humor and heart in equal measure. This dynamic duo manages to keep the audience engaged through their sheer on-screen presence, even when the narrative stumbles. Performance-wise, both Reynolds and Jackman excel in their roles, delivering the iconic traits of their characters with a fresh twist that fans will appreciate. Their performances anchor the film, providing a foundation strong enough to withstand the weaker elements of the screenplay. Supporting characters, however, do not fare as well. While the main duo shines, secondary characters lack depth and development, often feeling like missed opportunities to add layers to the narrative and provide more substantial challenges for our heroes. Visually, Deadpool and Wolverine is a feast for the eyes. The action sequences are well choreographed, showcasing both heroes' abilities in spectacular fashion. The special effects are top-notch, effectively enhancing the impactful and often brutal fight scenes that fans expect from a Wolverine and Deadpool collaboration. The visual storytelling is one of the film's consistent strengths, helping to maintain momentum even when the plot loses its way. In conclusion, Deadpool and Wolverine is a film that successfully captures the essence of its titular characters through outstanding performances and dynamic action. However, it is hampered by a plot that sometimes feels as if it's trying to serve too many masters, leading to a narrative that can feel disjointed. Despite these issues, the film provides enough entertainment value to satisfy fans of the genre. It's a thrilling ride, albeit with some bumps along the way. For its ability to deliver high-energy action and genuine laughs, even in the face of narrative shortcomings, I give Deadpool and Wolverine a solid 3 to 4 stars.
In the latest superhero offering, Deadpool and Wolverine ambitiously seeks to blend the raucous humor of Deadpool with the gritty intensity of Wolverine. However, despite high expectations and a promising setup, the film struggles to find a coherent narrative path, ultimately delivering a disjointed experience that dilutes the potential of its iconic protagonists. The primary issue with Deadpool and Wolverine lies in its plot, which feels haphazardly pieced together, lacking both depth and clear direction. The storyline endeavors to merge Deadpool's irreverent, fourth-wall-breaking antics with Wolverine's more serious, brooding nature. While this contrast could have provided fertile ground for both conflict and comedy, the execution falls short, resulting in a plot that swings wildly between tones without ever settling into a rhythm. Key plot points seem forced, with major developments and character motivations feeling contrived to serve immediate comedic or dramatic needs rather than arising organically from the story. The character dynamics, while occasionally sparking with genuine chemistry, mostly suffer from the film's uneven tone. While Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine occasionally capture the screen with their banter, these moments are too often overshadowed by a narrative that seems unsure whether to commit to depth or diversion. The interactions that could have explored the complexities of these two very different characters instead skim the surface, with supporting characters being particularly underutilized and one-dimensional, failing to leave any memorable impact or meaningful contribution to the central narrative. Performance-wise, Reynolds and Jackman bring their established prowess to their roles, delivering lines with the expected charisma and emotional depth. However, their performances are hamstrung by a screenplay that does not fully leverage their talents or the rich backstories of their characters. The moments where the film shines are almost entirely due to their efforts, making it evident that the film's shortcomings are not a reflection of their abilities, but rather the material they are given to work with. Visually, the film is a spectacle, with action sequences that are both dynamic and engaging, featuring the high-quality special effects expected from such a high-profile franchise. However, these sequences often feel like they're compensating for the narrative's weaknesses, relying on visual thrills to distract from the lack of a cohesive story. While these moments are entertaining, they contribute to the film's overall sense of imbalance, enhancing the spectacle at the expense of substance. In conclusion, Deadpool and Wolverine is a film that struggles to fulfill the promise of its premise. While it boasts stellar performances and impressive visuals, it is severely hampered by a disjointed plot and poor character development. The film misses a significant opportunity to deeply explore the dynamics between two of Marvel's most complex characters, instead delivering a superficial narrative that fails to engage on a meaningful level. As such, I give Deadpool and Wolverine a critical 2/4 stars, recognizing its entertainment value while noting its considerable flaws in storytelling and character exploration.
Let's get one thing straight, Deadpool and Wolverine is yet another glaring example of how Disney continues to drop the ball on what could have been monumental. Instead of capitalizing on the unique characteristics that originally made these characters beloved, Disney has once again sanitized and mashed them into a PG-13 friendly, profit-driven mush that fails to capture any real depth or edge. The plot is an utter train wreck. It tries to shove the round peg of Deadpool's outrageous humor into the square hole of Wolverine's gritty realism, and guess what? It doesn't fit. The narrative jolts back and forth with such erratic inconsistency that you can almost hear the creaking gears of the Disney machine struggling to blend these two worlds. It's as if the writers couldn't decide whether they were penning a dark, introspective drama or a slapstick comedy. The result? A chaotic mess that undermines the potential complexity of its characters by refusing to venture into either genre with any conviction. And let's talk about the butchered character dynamics. Deadpool and Wolverine's interaction, a potentially rich soil for some groundbreaking storytelling, is reduced to surface-level banter that barely scratches the comedic or dramatic itch it aims to soothe. The dialogue, laced with forced jokes and half-hearted attempts at depth, comes off as nothing more than a desperate plea for laughs and sighs. Supporting characters float by as mere afterthoughts, adding nothing but background noise to an already dissonant symphony. Performances? Sure, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman do what they can, bringing their A-game to a script that frankly doesn't deserve them. Their talent is wasted on dialogue that feels like it's been filtered through a dozen corporate meetings to ensure it offends no one and pleases the stockholders. The raw energy and potential for a genuine, gritty narrative are all but snuffed out by Disney's relentless need to keep everything light, marketable, and utterly bland. Visually, yes, the film throws in all the high-budget CGI you'd expect from a major Disney-backed blockbuster. Explosions? Check. Slow-motion action sequences designed to be GIFs? Check. It's all technically impressive but emotionally vacant, serving as little more than a distraction from the narrative void beneath. This glossy sheen is typical of a studio that knows how to dazzle your eyes while picking your pockets. In conclusion, Deadpool and Wolverine is a catastrophic letdown that exemplifies how Disney's takeover continues to sterilize franchises that once thrived on their boldness and originality. It's a film that plays it so safe, it's dangerous, to the legacy of its characters, to the intelligence of its audience, and to the future of superhero cinema. For this abysmal attempt to merge two cinematic giants into a lukewarm stew of mediocrity, I give Deadpool and Wolverine a scathing 1/4 stars. Disney, please, for the love of all that is cinematic, stop ruining everything.
Thank you for making it this far. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Next week we have a real review for Rebel Moon Scargiver. Until next time.